I think the thing that fascinates me the most about Star Wars Episode 9 is how mystified I really am about what J.J. Abrams is really going to do in order to connect it to both the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy of the Skywalker saga. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that a lot of people are very curious about when it comes to J.J. Abrams and Chris is, of course, exactly how they're going to execute all of this on the big screen and how well it's really going to resonate with the audience and how people are actually going to react to all of it. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. Now, one of which has all to do with one of the set designs that brings us all the way back to the original trilogy and an original concept by JJ from Star Wars Episode 7 that never made it to the final cut of the film. Now, what's really interesting is that it's described that one of the set designs of the actual sets was to recreate the corridors of Cloud City. It's described that Daisy Ridley was instructed to stand in front of the corridors where a green screen was placed in front of her. It's said that an actor was suited up as Darth Vader fighting a younger version of Luke, also portrayed by a new actor. It's said that this is JJ's way of showing fans Luke losing his hand by Vader from a different angle in the form of a flashback, an original moment in the script for Episode 7 that was scrapped. Additionally, a practical effect of Darth Vader was used for another sequence in which his burned face can be seen, resting on a table. It's implied this is a vision for Kylo witnessing the torture Vader went through during his surgery. The actor in the Vader suit was also described to have the helmet off at some point with the burns of Vader's face. So I really want to go over a couple of parts about this, and this is most certainly another way that JJ is finding ways in order to connect it to the original trilogy, specifically The Empire Strikes Back, as well as the prequels in Revenge of the Sith. So if we look at Episode 9 as a whole, we do know that J.J. Abrams is really trying to go all out and really wants to go out with a bang with this movie in order to create something very unique and satisfying for the fans around the world. Now, first things first, the thing that really catches my eye here is the recreation of the corridors of Cloud City. Now, in Episode 7, I'm pretty sure that that was actually CGI, that Daisy Ridley was running through the corridors. In this scenario, she's not running through the corridors, she's actually standing in front of the entrance/exit and watching the point in which Darth Vader takes off Luke Skywalker's hand by use of his lightsaber, except from a different angle. Now, this was originally supposed to be a part of The Force Awakens that was completely, pretty much, just put in the can and pretty much just canceled in the overall script of that movie. So JJ wants to re-explore this whole entire aspect of the sequel trilogy where Rey gets to see exactly what happened between both Darth Vader and Luke. Now, does this have something to do with Rey touching a certain object that once belonged to the Skywalkers and or Darth Vader, or could it have something to do with the Skywalker lightsaber once again, once she reforges it? It's quite possible that once she fixes the Skywalker lightsaber, maybe she sees visions of Luke's past here and there, on and off throughout the actual movie itself. That's just a guess there. Now, as far as the other thing goes for one of the set designs of Episode 9, is the practical effect of Darth Vader with the burned face. Now, this also has to do with the actor that's portraying a newer version of Darth Vader, where he was actually said to have the helmet off at one point in time with the burns of Darth Vader's face. And this is to recreate the sequence in which Anakin Skywalker is getting the surgery in Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. So if you guys do examine Revenge of the Sith, that is one of the darkest moments in that movie, right? And we do know that J.J. Abrams wants to explore a lot of dark areas in Episode 9. He really wants to get dark in the second and third acts of this movie, where the first act of the movie will be more around the lines of a hopeful route. So if we look at everything that has been going on in the sequels, we do know that The Force Awakens, they played it very safe. The Last Jedi, they did something completely different, right? And that didn't necessarily turn out to do too well. And now in Episode 9, it's going to have a lot of fan service and nostalgia. Is this going to be a smart or a bad move by Disney and Lucasfilm? Is it a risk? Absolutely, because if you're doing all this nostalgia and fan service, like I say, It has to have substance, meaning, and purpose behind it all in order for it to really emotionally hit the fans, hit the audience, and have the fans connect with what's really going on the big screen. It's all about execution, how it's actually going to be done on the big screen, and how well it's all actually performed by the actors and the cast and the crew. And like I say, I think it's respectful that J.J. Abrams wants to incorporate Darth Vader into the final installment of the Skywalker saga, because Vader truly is the real face of the Star Wars franchise, at least in my opinion. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree with that. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again.